All right, we got a garlic update. What's today? February what?
21st.
21st. Here's our, what do you say? You call this the lower?
This is the lower 40 here, 20 and 20. So I have most of them in the lower 40 here. Then there's another 15 up here in the main garden. Everything's still dormant right now. It's a good month away before they start growing, at least a month.
They're all still here, and they're not all dead and decaying. That's really all you want to see.
Yeah, we only lost one.
All this growth was pretty much from when?
From last
fall?
Last fall, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We only lost one right here. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a damaged clove that I didn't realize. But everything else is looking really good.
Do you like to feed these guys anything throughout the summer, or?
Yeah, we have garlic like an acid soil. So we like to throw our used coffee grounds in there. They love that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Lots of nitrogen and coffee grounds. Now most of this is going to be what? Just your garlic that you use personally, or is it all going to be replanted?
Then throughout the summer, like once every 2 weeks, I'll sprinkle ammonium sulfate around. That gives it a good acid base.
Yep.
So I usually start, they'll come out of dormancy somewhere between 1st of April and middle of the month. Once I notice them start to grow, I'll give them a quick sprinkle of this. And then once every 8-9 days, I'll sprinkle this triple phosphate all around them. Gives them good food. I get this from a local feed mill down here in Cortland.
And explain again what you're doing with these, you say?
We're going to do an experiment this time. You know, you always have to save so much of your garlic for replant. And, you know, this year I had to give up 45 bulbs for replanting what I have here. So it's like,
I wonder who you're giving all that to.
Giving up a lot of garlic that way to eat. So we're going to let these go to seed.
Now normally you can do that because this is a hard neck, right?
This is a hard neck cane variety.
And what does that mean?
There's two types of garlic. You got your soft neck, which is a smaller bulb, smaller clove, and then you have a hard neck, which grows a lot bigger. And this is 8th generation of taking the original garlic bulbs and cloves and replanted them 8 times.
So the hard neck will grow the garlic scape, which will eventually bulb.
And what we're going to do, normally to get a good bulb, a good harvest on the bulb, you would cut the scape off, say, middle of June. And all the nutrients will go back into the bulb instead of into the growing scape.
Mm-hmm.
But these 4 here, we're going to let go to seed. We're not going to cut the scape off. And then late summer, early fall, these things they'll start to die out. And when you see the leaves turning brown, you'll see the scapes opening up and you'll see all the little seeds in there. And we're going to replant those. The first year you harvest, you'll have the size of a clove. Then you replant those and then you'll start getting your full bulbs. So it's 2 years out on any harvest with these because we're starting all the way from seed. It'll be a total new generation.
You know, the other benefit of that too is depending on how crazy you want to get with it, you can keep track because since they're going to seeds, I mean, these are all clones, right? Because they've been taken from cloves.
Yes, and like I said, 8 generations.
These go to seed, so that's like producing a brand new plant.
Yes, and you'll notice when we harvest these, once we take the seeds from the scapes and we harvest these plants, the bulbs will be much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the nutrients went to the scape at that point.
But then what you can do is out of that, might be 200-300 seeds you get from this, you can choose your 20 or top 10 strongest plants, and then you can start kind of reserving those, and that's kind of how you start breeding.
And it gives you more of a harvest for eating too. You're not giving up all those
Right.
large bulbs for replant. And you always want to take your largest cloves for replant. So we'll start from seed.
Like Dwight Schrute says, those are the money cloves.
Yeah, so we're going to start from seed, and then we're going to take the best cloves from that replant.
And these two, right.
And then should have a good harvest. And we're not giving up. We won't be giving up what we've grown for eating.
Yeah, so these are more of a project. They might take a year or two.
It takes 2 years out to get a bulb.
But most of these will be replanted as well. I mean, this is a very tried and true cultivar here. That's why it's been replicated so many times. Like I said, from those bulbs, you're taking basically a clone of the original garlic plant. This is some good garlic. So what we can do is then further refine and look for those phenotypes.
And what we've done with the Kane Hard Neck Garlic via the replant, 8 generations, it produces a large, very flavorful garlic.
And I heard the scapes aren't too bad either.
You can eat every part of a garlic plant, leaves, everything.
And we do. So we'll keep you updated on this as it goes on as well. Just check for the next video in the playlist. But again, this is early. Well, it's late February. So
yeah, we're in the 3rd week, February. We've had a very mild winter, and a lot of the bulb plants are already coming up. They're tulips,
hyacinths,
daffodils, everything. Everything's on its way up. Today it's supposed to get close to 60 degrees.
That's great, and it was freezing last week. But in case you didn't check the description, we're northern Ohio, so I'm more towards Cleveland. This is in the Warren Champion area, so I think, what do you call it, a zone 5? I could be wrong about that, but we'll keep you posted. Thanks.